Hey folks, this is Matt Marafino. I am your instructor for speech communications, and what I want to do in this hopefully relatively short video is take you around the class. If some of you have already had me for classes involving Brightspace, and I know some of you have, this might be just a review. That's okay if you're brand new to taking a class on Brightspace or a class with me. It's probably going to be worth watching. So let me quickly take you through the class just to make sure you understand how to access some things. I already have some things that I'm already going to bring up that I've already downloaded, but you might have to do some of that. Okay, so if this is your first time to Brightspace, okay, Brightspace is the way we will conduct our affairs for this class. All the work you do will be completed on Brightspace through Brightspace, okay? So first off, we have this little grid, 3x3 grid. It's called the Select a Course. I think it's called the mini bar. That's if you have more than one class you're taking with Allegheny College of Maryland. If you click it on, it'll show you all the different classes. And I have a lot of classes I'm teaching, so you won't have this many, hopefully. Okay, and for this particular case, I am going to use my class for speech communications for Fannet Middle High School. If you go to another high school, or if you're taking this class through for another purpose in different semesters, you'll just find a different name. That's just the class I'm going to use just as our sample. Okay, they're all essentially the same. Okay, so first off, if you have never taken a class on Brightspace and you want to get a little bit of like a navigation, kind of a preview or tutorial, there actually is. If you click on here, I'm not going to do it, I've already brought it up. If I click on here and search for course, if I wrote in Brightspace for Learners, I would get a class that looks like this. And it is a tutorial. I do not see your work in it. It basically teaches you how to navigate a standard Brightspace class. It has assignments you are doing. You can post questions if you're having issues that our Brightspace maintenance people take care of. I'm not going to do that today. That's if you want to take it. If you've already taken Brightspace, you know how to navigate it without any problems. You don't need it, but it's there. It's a nice little tool. So let me go back to our course here for Fannet Middle. Okay, so first off, I wanted to make sure that if you click on, that you know how to navigate the class. The first thing for this class is if you click on Content, okay, that is a really important menu item for this class, Content. It will take you to a page that looks like this. On the left-hand side is where you'll find different things. Basically, Brightspace defaults to the last page I was in course content. So I was on the Packback page. We'll talk about that. But so if you bring it up, it won't show that necessarily. But what you'll always see on the left-hand side are these different items. If you click on Start Here, that's a good place to start. You click that on, it'll take you to like a little introduction. Okay, you probably have already accessed this class if you link if you're watching this video, but there is my video here. We also have some really important items. Course syllabus. Okay, the syllabus quiz that you should take after you've taken the course, read the course syllabus. Okay, it's worth I think 1 or 0.5% of your grade, but it's worth taking just to make sure you know how to get around things. And we also have some valuable information that I'll show you in a little bit. Okay, so the course syllabus, I will show you what it looks like. Okay, there we go. This is the course syllabus for our class. If you're watching this in a different semester, it might have a different date because I'm doing this for the spring 2025 video or class semester. Okay, it has our textbook. Okay, depending on which high school you go to, there are 2 textbooks. They're basically different versions. They are very similar, okay? This textbook I'm holding right here is the 3.0 version of Communications in the Real World. Okay, it's by Flat World. Okay, it's a valuable course tool to use. A lot of the quizzes and tests are based on the information in here. There are also some assignments that I'll be asking you to refer to parts of that textbook, okay? The syllabus, I'm not going to belabor it. It has a lot of valuable information. Make sure you read it. Up here is my contact information. Okay, the easiest, best way to reach me, frankly, is through email. I'm really good about responding to email. So mmarafino@allegheny.edu. If you're going to email me for anything during this class, it is really recommended you use your Allegheny College of Maryland student ID. Sometimes our office spam filter finds things. If it's not from your student ID, it might end up in the junk or the spam folder. You don't want that to happen. So if you use your student Allegheny College of Maryland student email, much better chance of contacting me. Okay, so please make use of that. I pride myself on being able to get back to students as soon as possible. Okay, so that is one really important piece. Okay, so start here, all that good information. Okay, here also in the course content, I'm still in there because that's where we're going to spend most of our time. There also is a tab called Course Information. Okay, I'm going to click that on. It has some information about our textbook. That's the textbook. A lot of you I know might be receiving this textbook from your high school. That is fine. That's how it's accessed. Okay, there is the syllabus again, because it's always good to put it in a couple places. Then there's also 3 really key documents. Okay, I basically divided up the semester into 3 4 to 5 week sections. Okay, and I have the whole course laid out, the whole calendar. So if you were to click on course calendar weeks 1 through 4, I've already done that. It's a Word document. It would look like something like this, okay? And it's even color coded, okay? You can print this, you can download it. I would make sure you have this or have access to it regularly, because this tells you what is due when, week by week, okay? As the due dates, okay? In general, for our class, weeks begin Tuesday morning and they end Monday night at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, that we're all, for the most of us, I assume we're in the Eastern time zone. Okay, so it always has the due date. Okay, this first calendar has the first 5 weeks of the semester. The first week, by the way, begins of the semester for this case. It's just beginning on a Wednesday. That's when the college starts. The first week goes through January 27th. So this first week is longer than a normal week. I guess that's 13 days. Okay. But it also has all the things you need to do on this calendar and where to find them. Okay. So it tells you if it's in the Start Here button, Start Here, that's where you find it. If it's something that is in green, it's something you're going to be reading or watching. If something is in blue, it's in the textbook. Okay? So if I say read chapter 1, it's in the textbook. All right? If you see items that are in different versions, different colors of red, if they are this more brighter red, it's a graded assignment you're going to turn in, and it's going to be found in Brightspace. If it's this darker red, deeper red, more like maroon or burgundy, it's going to be something you're going to find in Packback, which I will talk about very soon. Okay? But it has all the different items. So if you have these documents, you can download them at the beginning of the semester. You know, what do I have to do each week? Okay? And that's all the different information. I'm not going to go into it in more detail. Okay? When you're done with those first 4 weeks, about 4.5 weeks, February 17th, you're good to get the next one and start. You can always work ahead, by the way. Things like quizzes and discussion boards are all available at the beginning of the semester. They just have dates that they expire, okay? So if you said, I need to work ahead, you're more than welcome, okay? You also want to be able to access here under course content, another item called course content. And this has the different modules where we have a lot of the content. So for most of the weeks, which usually follow a specific chapter in the book, as the semester moves on, it changes a little bit. Chapter 1, week 1, if you click on that module, it will take you to all the different things you have to do. It pretty much replicates the calendar, but here's all the different pieces, okay? So sometimes I have PowerPoints, the quizzes you'll be taking, the tests you'll be taking, okay? They're all there. I usually have some notes about each week, a little bit of a checklist you can click on to see like, okay, this is what I have to do each week. That can be very helpful for students as well. And that goes through the whole semester. So if you look on the left-hand side, you can see all the different weeks of the semester are put out together for you. Okay, so make sure you know how to access this module or this content module. Okay, it has a lot of great information. It's really where you do most of the work for the class. Okay. If you are familiar with Brightspace, you know you can usually reach things through different ways. So if you said, well, Matt, I can't find the quiz in the module, if you click on Course Tools over here in this blue, it's called the nav bar, the navigation bar. If I click on Course Tools and I toggle down to Quizzes, it will actually have all the different quizzes you'll be taking and tests you'll be taking during the semester, including how long they're available. Okay, so like there's a syllabus quiz. It's due on January 27th, and after January 27th at 11:59, it's no longer available. Okay, so the quizzes, you can actually click on that. It'll take you right to the quiz. You can also take it through the modules. Doesn't matter. It takes you to the exact same place. Okay, you have a few writing assignments you'll be taking during the semester or providing. If you click on Course Tools and go to Assignments, that'll take you to different assignments. So I think it's the second week of the semester. You have a short, I think it's 1 to 2 paragraph essay or a writing assignment, let's call it, on perception. So you can click that and it'll give you the description of what I want you to do. It tells you when it is due, and all you need to do is click that, read the assignment, you create the document. If it's a Word document, you can just attach it and it'll show up in my grade book for me to grade. Okay, some things will look a little different for you. You won't have this stuff here on the right because it won't tell you how many people have completed it or evaluated it, but it's essentially going to look very similar. Okay, if you do not know how to find your grades for the class, if you click on Course Tools and you click on Grades, it will have all the different, I can show you all the different students. Nobody submitted anything, so we're safe. It'll show you all the different assignments you've completed at that time, along with a course average. Okay. One last thing that's a little bit unique for this class. If you've already taken a class with me and you used Packback, this will not be a brand new idea, but Packback is an AI assistive learning tool. Okay. It helps really well for discussion boards. Okay. So for all those things in the course calendar where it talks about complete the discussion board for the week, you need to use Packback. So here's how you do that. Anywhere in the course, I'm clicking on content, okay? Just about everywhere you can find it. There's the word Packback. Anytime you see the word Packback and it's highlighted, that'll take you to Packback, okay? If I click that on, it'll take you to this course. I've already done this. Now, the first time you try to access Packback, it'll ask you to register. You'll have to put in your student email, and I believe you create your own password, okay? You have to access Packback through Brightspace, okay? So anytime you see Packback, you click it on, it'll take you to something like this, okay? And it'll have discussion assignments, okay? If you click those on, and once you hit Packback, it'll take you right to this. It'll have all the different assignments we're taking, okay? It's a discussion board, okay? It's just I found it more successful. Packback, the assistive learning, it'll give you advice when you're writing discussion boards, and that's really effective. It helps create a more robust conversation. So all the different discussion boards you'll be doing are through Packback, okay? And like a lot of discussion boards, you click on the discussion board, there is a prompt that you respond to, you post, and then you find somebody else, another student in that thread, and you respond to them. They ultimately go back to the grade book on Brightspace. So you don't have to do anything different. You don't have to tell me, hey, Matt, I did this. I can check that on Packback, and at the end of the week, it all transfers over to the Brightspace grade book. Okay, so that's a little bit of a different feature. If you are having trouble with Packback, the first time you access Packback, it'll give you the option of taking a tutorial. It'll show you how to participate in that. Okay, if you want to just get back to the class, you click that, and we're good to go. All right, so I'm just about out of time for today. Hopefully this video gave you some good advice on how to navigate the class. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you very much. Have a great semester.